confidence is not this air of a picture. It's not this air of a visualization of how great I look and how well I'm doing and all of that. It's vulnerability, and it's the ability to every day recognize that you're going to be different.
What's your carnal theory?
I think people get the wrong idea about it being like an end point, or like a at some point you are suddenly like completely confident in yourself and you figured it out and you're not concerned, and you never have a day where you look in the mirror and you're like,
No.
ugh. But yeah, speak to that. Like, how do you know you've achieved like this liberation, this freeing feeling, but still get through days that are not great?
I think that endpoint idea is a product of capitalism. I think that we are pumped full of images daily where it's like, if you just take this pill, or if you just have this kind of bra, or if you, if you have this outfit or this shoe or whatever it is, it's like they flash these images of these really happy people, like, it's like there's this online thing. It's like women eating salads and they're laughing, and it's like, I love salads, but it's also just it's these like super like fit, trim, like happy women eating salads. And it's so bizarre. And it's like, it's that whole idea of like, you're going to achieve this, and in my line of work, a lot of it is like, once you get to this size or this weight, you're going to get all of the love and appreciation, and you're going to be healthy, and nothing's ever going to go wrong for you. And I think it's just like, for me, I had to grieve the fact that that's not real. That's not attainable. That it's what this looks like is showing up for yourself every day. That to me is when okay, confidence is not this air of a picture. It's not this air of a visualization of how great I look and how well I'm doing and all of that. It's vulnerability, and it's the ability to every day recognize that you're going to be different. Something might be different from day to day. And it's learning how to honor when we're uncomfortable, and when we're hungry, and when we need to take care of ourselves, and understanding that not everyone is going to have access to the same amounts of care. Not all of us are going to have time, or whatever it is, that it's going to look different on everyone. Some days are going to be better than the other. Healing is not linear. Some days you're going to feel like, oh yeah, I'm owning myself today. I know that, my belly is big, but I'm going to celebrate, and I'm going to feel like a goddess. And, and then some days I feel like, oh my gosh, I'm never going to have A, B, C, D, E, F, G if I don't get this, and this together. And it's being able to step back and go, okay, is that my voice? Do I really believe that about myself? It's that awareness.
Yeah.
And the understanding that the thing behind our eyes that's paying attention, the thing that's noticing, like, that's up, it's self-compassion, I think, is the best way I can put it, is self-compassion.
And I think also, as your company is so beautifully named, it's being comfortably confident.
Yeah.
It's comfy confidence.
Yeah.
That you can take with you on a daily basis. And I'd love for you to talk a little bit about what comfy confidence is, how it got started and why, and also one of your other kind of coined key phrases, which is being a permissionary,
mm-hmm.
and what that means, and how we can be that for ourselves, giving ourselves permission to.
Yeah. So as someone who has just like been on and off of like diet plans and exercise regimes, and on the constant track of like self-improvement my entire life, I got to a point where I was so sick of it, and it was literally killing me. And I was like, something's not right here. Something is not, like, why can't I get this right? Why can't I just like make that step forward and stay, either lose that weight or get that promotion or whatever it is? And I just realized, I was like, I'm just following someone else's, what worked for them. And the problem with that is that we're all so different. And it's really important that we understand that body trust is our birthright. I learned that through this wonderful network called Be Nourished. That's their thing, is they say body trust is our birthright. And I've always been someone who, through the pain and the struggles that I've had with my own being, whether that's mentally or physically or whatever, I've always I've had to push through that a lot and make my own confidence and find my own ways of feeling great about myself. And I want to do that for the people around me. That's something that I naturally want to do. I just want everyone to have fun. Like, I used to have parties at my house in high school, and I just invited everybody. Like, I wanted everyone to come and have a good time and dance and live it up. And so a couple of years ago, I was sitting down with two of my closest friends. One happens to be my sister-in-law, and the other one I grew up dancing with and going to church and all of that. And this actually came from a time when I was actively trying to date, and I couldn't really get a grasp of who I was and why someone would like me. And so I asked my best friends, I was like, what is it about me that keeps you invested in our friendship? You know, there are drain friends and there are gain friends. So, like, what do you get from me being in your life? And Bethany said to me, she said, HP, you give me permission to be myself. And I was like, shit. I was like, okay, I want to do that with my life. It's like, how do I do that? Like, forget the dating part. How do I do that with my life? How do I live my life that way and make it a mission to do so? So we were sitting there and I was like, what do I call myself? Like, what is that? What do you do? And so we were like, mission. It's your mission to do this. You give people permission to be yourself or themselves. And my sister-in-law goes, she's brilliant. She goes, permissionary. And so I was like, that's awesome. And then it took me like a year or so to figure out exactly how to define that, because I don't ever want to be the air of like, I give you permission to be who you are. Like, no, like I want to hold safe spaces so people can explore themselves. They can explore who they are. They can be around other people who, you know, are open and they want to explore, you know, their sexuality. They want to explore their bodies and feeling liberated in their bodies and understanding, you know, the mental holdups that they have about themselves. Are those things I was born with, or is that something that someone else imposed upon me growing up? So yeah, permissionary sums up someone who celebrates and honors personal autonomy with the hopes that one day we won't live in a world where we need permission to live our truth. So yeah, I was like, I've got to have like a solid, you know, definition. And I think that's what it is. I think that's what I want to do. That's who I am.
That says a solid thing to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
We should all do that. Are there tools or ways that you've found that help enable that for people? Like saying like, I will be a listener. I will, you know, like, here's things that I can do in order to be a better permissionary for people in my life.
Yeah, definitely listening. As you can tell, I like to talk a lot. I'm not the best at listening. So also just educating myself and not relying on someone else to explain their experience to me in ways that it's like just reading up, knowing the history, knowing why someone might feel a certain way about who they are, and recognizing my own personal privileges that I've had in life, and being able to step back and help someone figure out what they really want, and speak, you know, from personal experience, and having empathy for that person. And also just being able to take the things that I'm good at. I've always been a performer my whole life. Like, my dad always says, you know, Hillary, you just wanted to have fun. That's all you wanted to do. And I was like, yeah, I just want to have fun. If someone is like struggling with, I want to wear this tight dress in public, but I'm nervous as to what my belly is going to feel like. Okay, well, or what people are going to think of how I look, or what my belly looks like in this outfit. Okay, let's break that down. Let's visualize walking in an outfit and having people look at us. What sensations come up in your body when you're going through that? You know, like what, you know, and how can we be there for ourselves and help to heal whatever that's there, or listen to it, and be and self-partner ourselves in that way, which is kind of what the dating 101 class is. It's learning personal autonomy, it's honoring personal autonomy, and just having fun too. It doesn't have to be this like serious, deep dive always. Sometimes it just looks like, doing something creative and just playing. I don't think we play enough as adults. When we're kids, it's like, go outside and play. And then now it's like, need an agenda, hit your deadline, get dinner ready, like just play, put makeup, I've been watching a lot of TikTok. I'm one of those millennials. It's like invading the Generation Z thing. And one of the challenges that I love is you put like all different types of makeup. Like you write it down on a piece of paper and put it in a cup, and then you pull it out and it's like, okay, I'm going to use this for my foundation. And it'll be like eyeshadow or highlighter, and it's like silly stuff like that. And it's so fun and funny. And like, it's just a way where it's like, all right, I'm going to put myself out there. Just little things like that.
Yeah. Listening to friends, educating yourself from friends, playing with friends, being that person. I love all of that. I love all being it for yourself and for them.